of Zee Business and DHL Express India. As part of our special series, SME Growth Series, we are traveling to major SME clusters of the country and trying to handhold entrepreneurs in their growth path. Now, our next round of the special series is going to be taking place in Hyderabad on November the 5th. But as of now, we are going to be taking queries from entrepreneurs from Hyderabad, and joining us live from Chennai right now is Mr. Raeeque Ahmed. He's a stalwart from the export fraternity, and he's presently the chairman of Council for Leather Exports. Mr. Ahmed, thank you very much for joining us all the way from Chennai. He's right now on the phone line with us due to some technical problem. We are sorry I'm starting late. Mr. Ahmed, thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So, sir, we've got these questions from a lot of entrepreneurs, and they want to ask you regarding their queries which they have. The first question which we are taking is from Mr. D. Shanta Kumar. He's saying the government has announced additional stops for exporters to prop up the falling shipments. So, Mr. Ahmed, do you welcome the latest move of expanding the current incentive schemes for exporters? How do you see the overall environment right now, sir?
No, I welcome the current announcement from the Director General of Foreign Trade, adding some more items for the MIES scheme, and definitely come in the beginning itself. 2-3 items there to be pointed out to them. Thank God, at least after 6 months, they have realized that and they have announced. We welcome very much. This will enable us to increase our exports and be competitive in the market.
Right, sir. So, sir, basically the next question which we are taking, Mr. Raeeque Ahmed, is from A.J. Mohan. He's also a small entrepreneur. He says, what is happening on reintroduction of the interest subvention scheme? He says they feel it will help in lowering of interest rates for exporters. But what should they expect on interest subvention, sir?
This interest subvention was announced right in April to be implemented from 1st of April. But up to now, they have not announced it. They are saying they are going to announce it month, 2 months, 3 months, but nothing has happened. But I hope that they should announce right now. And whatever they announce, the interest subvention will make us more competitive, and we can be able to compete in the market when the market is so slow. The Europe is very bad. So we have to reduce our price and be competitive. It will only help. But they have to do it, announce it.
Right, sir. Mr. Ahmed, so the next question which we are taking is from Mr. Anil Reddy. Mr. Reddy is saying, while the government says it is committed to creating jobs, but is it actually taking enough steps to protect the existing jobs?
No. Right now, the export sector, I can tell you, have to protect the job itself. There is no question of creating a new job. They have to do something to protect the existing jobs, because the exports are going down and government has to do something drastically to help the exporters so that they can retain their present workers who are there in the export business. We have to retain them. That is the most important. Second one is only to creating a new job. That is the long-term goal, which is has to happen. Right now, as far as export concerned, there is no new jobs are being created at the moment.
So, sir, this is your reply to Mr. Anil Reddy. Next question we are taking is from Pradeep Srinivas. Mr. Srinivas says there has been large-scale layoff in the leather industry as well. Is the overall scenario looking quite worrisome and quite challenging?
I think yes, because I cannot say large unemployment, but there is a start. Just now it started for layoff is starting. Our export is down by 10% in the first 6 months. That is showing a little bit the employment. But if it continues, if the percentage goes up, then the large-scale unemployment will happen. I don't think at the moment it is not being a big unemployment has happened, but definitely it has started. Unemployment has started, particularly the small scale companies are laying out. They are laying off workers.
Right, sir. Mr. Raeeque Ahmed, next question is from Mr. Prasad. Mr. Prasad is saying, with lower global demand from Europe and currencies of competing countries depreciating more than Indian rupee, what is the road ahead looking like to you?
The lower demand is all right, but the worrying part is the devaluation of our competing countries, like Brazil has devalued up to 35%, and Turkey is around 22%, and other competing countries has devalued by from 15 to 20%. So that is making them very attractive for the other market. See, our market share is not big, 3 to 4%. So even the market is smaller, still we can take that cake, we can eat that, take a share of the market. That's not a problem. But we can't compete against a devaluation which has been very heavy, and they are able to offer a very attractive price rather than what it is. Because our devaluation is not much. It is only about 6-7%. And they have done it double and triple than ours.
Absolutely, sir. So, sir, next question is from Madam Shushma Reddy. Madam Reddy says, do you agree that we are losing big orders and SMEs in particular are facing the maximum pressure?
Definitely, see, anything happens, in particularly the slowing down or the exports are going down, the first one which affects is the small scale industries, my MSME sector gets affected, and particularly because there is also a large industries use the work to the MSME, and once they slow down, they first cut down their outsourcing of the MSME. That affects them. Definitely, any slowdown, anything happens, the MSME is the first victim. Then only the medium and then the large companies get affected. So we have to see to it that the government should intervene and see whatever is possible to retain these companies working.
Sir, next question. We are going to be taking the last 2-3 questions now. This is from Jayashree Kumari. She's saying, should SMEs focus on the domestic market in these tough times and avoid exports and exploring new markets, instead focus on the domestic front?
It's not possible that suddenly you look into domestic market, you enter into the domestic market. It has to happen in a long-term plan. Even in the domestic market, to enter, it takes time. But anyway, it is always good to have both exports and domestic together. If you look at it, our domestic market is better than the export market. So slowly, some they have to work on the domestic market. So no market you can enter in a day or two, in a month or so much. It takes a longer time, but definitely any exporter should have a balance in the domestic market also. He should retain the domestic market. It will always help in a slowing down of atmosphere is happening in Europe and other places.
Right, sir. So next question, D. Subramaniam wants to know, can state governments also help small businesses by taking some steps, like apart from Government of India on interest subvention and other soaps which they have announced, can state governments also take some proactive steps?
I think definitely, who is going to lose? It is not the central government. The job loss becomes for the state. If the industry is closed, it affects the state. So the state has to be more proactive than the central itself. And they should also step in and see how they can come and help them. In many schemes are there, small scale schemes, MSME schemes or other schemes. They should bring those schemes and save the industry from closing down. Definitely, the state has a big role in this. If it affects, it is going to affect the state.
So, last question we are taking from Mr. R.K. Sinha. He's saying, besides the currency factor and slowdown, will steps like banning bull slaughter also impact availability of raw material?
See, the cow slaughter is not a problem because the cow slaughter has been banned for a long time, 20 years. What is affecting is, if it happens like in Maharashtra, where the cow slaughter is already been banned, but now they have banned cattle population itself, but cattle slaughter itself. That includes buffalo, ox, and other things. If that happens in other states also, that will badly affect the leather industry. See, what is the problem of slaughtering a buffalo or an ox? Now you cannot slaughter a cow. That is bad. But they should not go and slaughter every cattle. That's going to affect that.
Right, sir. Mr. Raeeque Ahmed, Chairman for Council for Leather Exports and Industry Stalwart, thank you very much, sir, for taking out time for Google Hangout and joining us all the way from Chennai. Thank you, Mr. Raeeque Ahmed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So that's it from Google Hangout as of now. So this is in run-up to our next event, which we are going to be doing in Hyderabad on November 5th. So please do join us. We are going to be exploring newer markets and talking about the challenges faced by the SME sector. Joining us for the session that day will be Dr. Appaji from Farm Excel. Also joining us will be Mr. Anil Reddy Veenam. He's the president of Federation of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Madam Rama Devi, the founder and president of Aleep, will be there. And also joining us from DHL will be R.S. Subramanian. So see you on the 5th of November. As of now, goodbye. Thank you.